So the National Consumer Commission is urging consumers in possession of Knorr Cup soup Lite beef and vegetable to stop using the products and return them for a refund. Let's hear why. We're joined now by the National Consumer Commission, Ms. Pheto Ntaba. Ms. Ntaba, thank you very much for availing yourself this afternoon. So what is this essentially about and why this recall?
Thank you so much, Dudu. Good afternoon to you and the viewers at home. Knorr informed the NCC during the course of the week that they are recalling their Cup soup light beef vegetables. Essentially what this means is that during their packaging, they have two ranges. They have the Knorr Cup soup beef and vegetable, as well as Knorr Cup soup light beef and vegetable. So they accidentally packaged the original one into a light. What original Knorr Cup soup contains is wheat and gluten. So if you are gluten and wheat free, obviously you will be buying the Knorr Lite. But now what it means now is that what's available in the light version is the actual original version that contains gluten and wheat.
So if you are... Okay. If you are in possession of the Knorr Lite as a consumer, what then do you need to look out for on the packaging and then return it to the retailer?
This one is very simple, Juju. We are encouraging consumers to their packaging, which they have to look at the best before date or the manufacturing date. The manufacturing date was the 23rd of March this year, with the best before date of 22nd of September 2023. So what really this one affects, it affects those consumers who are gluten and wheat free, because obviously they'll be buying a product assuming that it is gluten free, only to find out it actually contains gluten as well as wheat.
As you rightfully mentioned, this does have consequences for somebody who is allergic to gluten or wheat. What reasons did the retailer give you for this? Is it a mistake that we call it?
For a lack of a better word, yes. Their preliminary assessment or investigation revealed that this was an accident. Obviously, we are still waiting for more details from them. But obviously, as the National Consumer Commission, we cannot wait for more reasons. For as long as they notify us of this mishap, we are obliged under the Consumer Protection Act, Section 60, to inform consumers at home. We're talking about a fast-moving good here, Dudu. And as you remember, it's now winter. Most consumers will be trying to warm themselves with this cup of soup. 15,000 units, it's quite a lot. So we're really urging them to return. We don't want consumers who would say, I consumed wheat and gluten related product, or I consumed this product only to find out that it provoked gluten and wheat symptoms or allergies. So yeah, we're really requesting them to return back to their point of purchase for a full refund while we wait for Unilever to give us further information.
In the case that somebody actually did consume this product, right? So what options are available to them? Outside of just, I beg your pardon, outside of just returning it to the store and getting a refund?
Correct. The Consumer Protection Act also says if there was harm caused by the recalled product or by a product to a consumer, they are more than welcome to engage the supplier to say to them, I am sure that I consumed the product and this is what the doctor says. Obviously, they have to go to the doctor and give them proof. If the consumer is experiencing challenges in as far as the supplier not really giving them redress that they are looking for, that's where we will come in as the National Consumer Commission, obviously, to say, look, you are compelled to assist that particular consumer. And obviously, if they refuse for whatever reason, that's where we'll then have to investigate the matter and see how far we can take the matter.
This is not the first recall, perhaps not this particular product, but we've seen a number of others, right, throughout the years in the country. I guess maybe your call to retailers, to manufacturers, in terms of actually maybe just taking this seriously, because like you rightfully mentioned, if somebody does have an allergy to this, it could have far-reaching consequences.
Most definitely, Dudu. We are mindful, and obviously we are also empowered, and as suppliers, they are also protected by the Consumer Protection Act under Section 60 to say, should you notice a mishap do inform the regulators as well as consumers. But we also say to suppliers at home, remember of the right for consumers to receive goods that are of good quality, that are safe and free of defects. So that's where we are really saying to them, please do ensure that whatever you do, whenever you produce, once a product leaves your manufacturing plant, do ensure that that product is safe and consumers are comfortable to consume your product. We are also obviously engaging a number of regulators in the media space because, like you correctly said, that there's quite a number of recalls, especially for consumables or fast-moving goods of lately. So we are really trying so hard to engage with other regulators to say, what else can we do, to ensure that while as the NCC, we caution as well as we educate consumers and encourage them to return these products should there be a mishap or a recall. But what else can we do to encourage suppliers to ensure that their products are safe before they can even leave their manufacturing plant? Obviously, there are other regulators in the space that they're also ensuring that, but it looks like there is something that we still need to do. But to do at the same time, I think it's quite encouraging to really see suppliers coming forward to say, we have noticed that there was a mishap. Because it basically means that someone somewhere is actually doing the job to ensure that they recall these products. It would be very sad, really, to see consumers consuming products that are not safe, that are very harmful, So we really encourage them that while they ensure that their processes do comply with the Consumer Protection Act, but we also say to them, should you really identify that mishap, do come forward so that we can notify consumers, and then obviously you have a better chance now to relook and obviously up your game as a manufacturer.
Fair enough. Ma'am, just maybe for the purpose of a viewer that is catching the tail end of this interview, we are talking about the Knorr Cup Soup Lite Beef and Vegetable Instant Soup variant cartons, and the expiry dates, or what they should look out for in the packaging, is the 23rd of March 2022 with an expiry date of the 22nd of September 2023.
Correct. Yes, that's the best before date. And obviously, the current packaging, what's inside actually contains gluten as well as wheat. And if you are allergic to both products, or rather allergens, make sure that you do not consume, but you rather take it back to the supplier. But we also say, even if you do consume, you are not allergic to gluten as well as wheat, because the product is being recalled. Do ensure that you take it back. You do not dispose the product yourself. Rather, you take it back to the supplier or to the retail stores, because this was distributed locally, fortunately, and it was distributed to a certain big retail stores. So do take it back for a full refund.
Ma'am, thank you very much for availing yourself. Actually, before we let you go, what if I got it as a gift? Like you say, cold days are approaching, or they are with us, and somebody decided to do a care package. I can still take it back without a receipt?
You can still take it back without a receipt, because remember, this is a recall. And remember, even if I gifted you with that entire box, I bought it. So I might have lost the receipt, but you, as the person who is going to be consuming that particular product, do take it back for a full refund. Obviously, if they're giving you a problem, you do have my number to do.
We definitely do, and we'll share it with our viewers. Thank you very much for availing yourself this afternoon. Ms. Peton Daba speaks for the National Consumer Commission.